Hi, Melanie. Alrighty, so seeing that we are now have quorum, so the agenda and the minutes have been sent out. Although I think that just looking here, I think that we need to, I think we should strike from the agenda the draft 2020 budget. I think that we need to some time to rethink the budget at this point, and I don't think we're ready to talk about the budget. It was presented at the AGM, but you know, obviously everything's changed, and we have 2020 events for under new business, so that includes the beef barbecue, and we could talk about. I think it's better to leave it just as 2020 events, because I think we maybe should have a bit of a discussion and have maybe possibly a resolution as to what our feeling is as a board for small hall festivals. So if people want to just talk about the barbecue, we could change that item. If we just leave it as 2020 events, then we could have a more broad discussion. I don't want to. We just sort of had a brief discussion about it a minute ago, but I don't want to talk about it too long. I don't think we need to spend all night on the call here, and you know, a lot of people have cellular internet and other internet that's maybe not so great. So just kind of respecting that. Does that sound fair, everybody? What do people think about that, I guess?
Sure.
Any strong opposition there?
Nope.
Not for me.
Nope.
Great. Okay.
I'm good. Hey, Claire.
No, I'm fine to make it all 2020.
Hi, Melanie.
Okay. Perfect. So that's okay. So just hearing that, then can we have a mover and seconder for the agenda?
I'll move.
Perfect, Melanie. And
I know you all missed me.
Yeah.
And Claire, are you seconding? Or did you? Okay, great. All right, all in favor, you can just raise your hands.
Aye.
Great, good.
We see yours, Melanie.
We see.
Oh, okay, sorry. I'm
Awesome.
still getting used to the Zoom thing, so I don't know.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
You see her on your screen? She's blacked out on mine.
No,
She probably has her video off, but that's okay.
I probably
No,
did.
I just mean you don't need to have your video on. It's fine. Okay, so then we will go to the disclosure of pecuniary interests. Does anyone need to disclose pecuniary interest for this meeting tonight?
Nope.
No.
Hearing none, we'll move on to approval of the minutes from February 13th. Geez, that doesn't.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, eh?
Oh my God.
Yeah, really, it seems it's a long time. Okay, so they were sent out. We had the mayor at that meeting giving us an update on AODA. We talked about we talked about the renos to the hall and where things were going, and everything's kind of, as we know, changed since then. So who knows what the heck's going to happen. We talked about the chili bowl. We did have the chili bowl and the AGM. We didn't have as big attendance as we have had in the past years, but wasn't too bad. Anyone have any amendments to the minutes? Great. So, mover and a seconder for the minutes.
I'll move.
Oh, John's going to move. He put his hand up first. Melanie, I'm going to get you to second.
All right, I'm second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Great. Okay. And I go back to my other agenda now. Okay. Business arising, remote temperature control and Wi-Fi update. Karen, you had canceled the phone back in
Yeah,
February.
so phone's canceled. Had some issues with Bell trying to figure out what it is I was asking them for, and they were telling me that nope, there's no option for that address. So Ed and Tina sent me documentation of when their internet installed. I have that documentation, but as soon as COVID hit, I stopped trying to make arrangements because we obviously weren't going to have anyone come in and install
Sounds
anything.
good.
So I feel like I'm prepped for when the time is right to try and get that one again.
Sounds perfect. Any, I would think we're in the same boat to have the remote temperature control installed. I mean, it's all dependent on getting the Wi-Fi in, but I would imagine we're in the same boat with the remote temperature, because we would need to have a modification done on the furnace. Isn't that right, Ed? I don't know if you're muted. I don't know if Ed's muted. Okay. Anyhow, so I think that's fine, as long as I mean, we're not paying for the phone right now, at least, anyways. We're saving $75 a month there. So,
Woohoo!
any further discussion on that? I don't think there's any resolution at this point that needs to happen. Great.
Nope.
Number 6 should be quick. Claire, rental updates.
Everything has been canceled through till September. I do have some pretty optimistic people in September, but I'm thinking that they are. I think we're going to have to cancel on them, but that remains to be seen. But I did tell them I would give them 2 months' notice. Both weddings, both re-rentals. How do you say that? Rebooked,
Schedules, yeah.
rescheduled from earlier this year. But I'm not confident that they're going to go through.
Yeah, and I think, and this is maybe just with regards to rentals, I think, I mean, it's something we're talking about, certainly, like at work, and I'm sure other people are as well, but just with, one of the things we're going to have to be really aware of, I think, is our cleaning protocols and that sort of thing. And I'm sure we'll get guidance from the health unit and the township on that. But John, maybe that's something you can keep your ear to the ground on for us and pass along. Is an issue right now, and it looks like it's probably going to be that way for the foreseeable future. Even if it goes up to 50 people, you can't have a wedding. Well, it'll be pretty small. For obviously, it would be a lot. Some people, there'd be a lot of compromise for some people in their weddings. So I don't know if they're all willing to do that, right? Okay. Any questions, or do you want, should we have I mean, we're pretty much being dictated to us what about canceling for gatherings and rentals and that sort of things. But I think, do we just go the way we are at this point? Is everyone comfortable with that? I mean,
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we have much choice, right? It's not our decision when the municipal facilities reopen, and then even when we're given permission, or the provincial orders may allow for it, the township still needs to decide when they're going to do that. And I don't think we would be comfortable opening until they've also provided us with what their standard operating procedures are going to be. And like you said, we need to know what the expectation is for sanitation and those things.
And how are people going to socially distance themselves at the hall, say just in our kitchen?
Yeah.
That's going to be impossible. Right? So
Pouring drinks for people, there's, preparing food. There's so many things, right?
Yeah. So I just
Those washrooms. Oh my gosh.
that wash. I would not.
Once we start opening up the halls and everything, there's going to be some real strict guidelines and everything put forth for everybody to follow.
Yeah. Okay.
I honestly don't think it's something that we have to worry about for a while. Honestly, I don't think that we're going to be seeing things fly open with big crowds soon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Especially indoors.
Exactly.
Yep.
So
Good. All right. Okay, so we'll move on then. So financial update, Karen.
actually, could I just back up a little bit?
Sorry, Claire.
So just for everybody's information, I do have the City and Country coming tomorrow to spray for flies. They're going to do the interior of the building tomorrow because the weather forecast isn't looking good for the exterior. And we can cancel the exterior if we really want to. I don't think that will be an issue. But just to let everyone know that they are going to go in and do that with their mouse check tomorrow. So okay. And the other thing I wanted to bring up is, do you think now would be a good time to get Sally to do a really good cleaning of the hall, or do you think we should just hold off and watch our finances a little closely?
When's the last
That's a hard one.
in there?
So I don't really remember, but I believe it was January or February. I didn't look that up, to be honest.
She probably would have cleaned after the last concert.
Yeah, so when was that?
March.
Like March?
First weekend of March. Yeah.
Okay, so that will be when she was in. Yes?
My thought is we might as well wait until we're getting closer to opening and the township tells us what cleaning protocols we should follow. If we get a big cleaning done now, it might be in vain. So why?
Okay.
True enough.
Good.
Yeah.
Like a maintenance for health and safety, I don't think there's any.
No, I think it's fairly clean.
It is fairly clean. Sorry.
And stoves, were they cleaned out of all the jars and stuff? That was it. I can go in and look tomorrow. I can throw that stuff out and get it to the garbage.
There's I think Kayla sent me an email a while ago that just to go and check the hall once a week, and so I've kind of been doing that, just taking a look. And it's, I mean, without going through, I went through the fridges and stuff, and there wasn't anything that was like, there wasn't milk left in there or whatnot. There's kind of the usual, like there's pickles, I think, and horseradish. Sarah, did you ever go and get that turkey pot pie that was in the freezer?
No, I forgot about that. Trina told me, but that was supposed to be the dinner for one of our bands, and I keep forgetting to do that. So I should go and grab it.
Yeah, you should go and grab it. It's also our dish, so just so you remember to give it back to us at some point.
Yeah.
Not that we're having any large, 20-person turkey dinners or anything in the next.
If you go to get it,
what I'm going to do is
little while.
pot pie for 20 people right now.
Yeah. Okay, so so I think it's, I mean, I think that's good advice to just do it for now. I mean, we'll get to the financials in a minute. I'm not really worried about absorbing the cost of this for a little while, because I know our finances are in pretty good shape. So I think that we're fine to just, maintain and if we get to the winter, heating the hall all winter with no rentals is going to be a bit of a different story, but anyhow.
Are you there, Ed?
I mean, we might be in a position in the winter, if we know nobody's using it, to just winterize it, shut it down like you would a camp, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there's an idea. Yeah. Okay.
That would be a
I'll
good
call
call,
Ed
but-
and check about how to shut that furnace off. Or did
Okay.
you already do that, Bill?
The furnace is not off. No, no,
Okay.
the furnace is just turned down.
Yeah. So I will. I'll call Ed, and I'm sure there's a switch, but I can't remember where it is.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah.
I think it's behind the furnace, but I'll just call Ed, and we'll get the furnace shut off.
Great.
I'm sure it hasn't been running, but we might as well get power to it.
In the oil. Okay, great. Do a financial update, Karen, if you don't mind.
Okay, the most recent statement I have is unfortunately end of February. I think like everything else, the mail is a little bit slower getting to us. So our balance as of February 27th was $80,434.77.
Holy.
Did a quick tally. Since then, I've paid bills in the amount of, I believe, $2,839.41. There may be one other, what bill is it? Hydro bill that that is probably out of our direct deposit that I don't have a copy of, but we're sitting in a decent financial shape. All the bills have been paid since our last meeting are the standards: city and country pest control, Stevens Fuels, Sally Fraser, and Bunch House from an outstanding concert bill. Well, that's your report.
Karen, did you ever get an invoice from the brewery for the last concert?
You gave
don't
me
have to-
a check at a meeting, Karen, to hand in. I don't know if that was for the last concert or not.
It would have been probably since our last meeting, because the concert was in March. Usually they send us an email, and I just haven't seen one. I'm thinking now, so
I can go back and check emails. I don't have anything on record, but I can
Okay.
go back and check email.
it's I'm assuming, yeah. Okay,
I work tomorrow.
I'll look too. Yeah, sure. Thanks, Claire. I was thinking about the Duntrin. I was going to ask you about the Duntrin cider too. So that's good to know that I got that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right then. Any other discussion on that? Good. Okay. 2020 events. So I guess I had said in my email to the group, do we need a motion to cancel something? I mean, to not hold an event, I don't know that we necessarily do, but I guess I think we're all in agreement. But we're also like being forced or told that we have to cancel the beef barbecue. So there's not really too much discussion on it, I don't think. So I guess we'll just say that's that. Hey.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Discussion.
Okay. Thanks, Lori. How do we feel about? Do we want to like have an agreement here that we won't do any, like Sarah's saying, there's no agents or musical acts are looking to book for the fall. I guess we just put our whole fall schedule on hold as well. Sorry, Sarah.
Yeah, I haven't made any effort. I'm waiting for direction from Clearview before I do anything. I'm getting a lot of requests for booking, and just saying I'm not in a position to do anything right now because of Clearview policy.
For the fall, Sarah, or for the spring?
just in general. I'm just saying, no, I can't commit to anything right now.
Well, to be honest with you, I'm not real comfortable about working at a concert in the fall.
I'm sorry, I'm having a really hard time hearing people.
I'm just saying that personally, I'm not comfortable working at a concert in the fall.
Yeah, I think it's just best not to do anything.
People, we're in contact with almost every person there. I think the reusable glasses, although it was a super idea, is going to be like, unless we could get a sanitation station to wash every glass before we refill it again, I don't know whether we're going to be able to use those.
Yeah.
The other thing is capacity. The assumption is that the capacity numbers will have to be cut back drastically, and with our size of the venue, it's probably not feasible to even.
Exactly. That's why. Yeah.
Yeah.
When they start opening things up, they're going to start opening it up maybe at 50 and then keep monthly increasing. So it's going to be a while before we're going to be at full capacity.
Yeah. Do you think we'll ever be at full capacity?
I would think so. I mean,
a year or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a year.
Might
Exactly.
be. It's going to be a while, but yeah, I think we will, but I got two Lauries right now.
Sorry, that's me.
Oh.
Sorry, that's me.
Oh.
There's an echo in here.
I'm trying to leave the meeting, and I'm going to get into my phone.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm on concert right now. Thank you.
Are you hiding under your table?
Yeah, what are you doing?
She built a fort.
Get up.
I hope you're wearing pants. You never know in these meetings.
That's true.
We're still broadcasting.
Live.
All right. YouTube, I'd like to introduce you to Laurie Auwender. Okay. As far as Small Halls Festival goes, do we think that should we as a hall board pass a motion that we are not in favor of participating in small halls this year, or do we want to just leave it? Like I mean, hearing what Claire's saying and some other, the fall, I think that it might help give the council some direction on it, and possibly Amanda too. I don't know, but anyways, just maybe something for a quick discussion on.
Even if it goes ahead, how many people, like you say, are willing to go out and want to party in a crowd? There's going to be very few. Everybody's going to want to stay isolated.
I agree with you, John. I don't see a lot of people rushing out to be in a crowd doing group things.
Bruna.
I agree. I don't know whether we need to do anything or just say because the townships, not saying anything. I don't know if we have to make a statement or not, but I'm fine to make a statement saying we're not going to participate this year.
I think that's a good idea.
That's my feelings too. Like, we're going to be pushing it too hard, and you're going to get a small crowd of people that want to party, but you're not going to get the crowds you need to make any profit, make a couple people happy.
Yeah. All right then. Well, just maybe the best way to leave it is just John. You've been here and part of the discussion, and it's not an official motion for council, but you certainly can pass along our sentiments from the Evening Hall Board.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've heard the same thing from different halls. They're saying the same thing. Like, people aren't gonna want to go out and party in big crowds. So a few of the other halls had the same sentiments. It's hardly gonna be worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, the time that it takes to organize, as well as the expense, alone is significant if you're going to get minimal returns, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Next meeting.
Can I just ask a question?
Of course.
Sorry, I'm just wondering, were we to have minutes from our AGM? Did that get,
Oh,
does that exist?
Take any?
yeah.
I don't know, was it in there?
No.
She should take some up.
Yeah.
Because at that point, if we were sticking with the same budget, that's when we presented our budget. And I think did we vote on it? It's maybe a moot point if that was really the only thing that happened, but
I think
it
we
should
voted
be
on the
documented
budget.
that Sorry?
I feel we voted on the budget at that meeting.
Yeah, there was a consensus.
Yeah, I think we did.
For it.
We need a record of
I think we do need some clarification on the AGMs, because now that we don't elect our board members there anymore, I don't even know if we really necessarily need an AGM. I think it's a really good idea to have a community meeting once a year to have a public event, a pretty open public event for people to come and ask questions and see what's going on. But I think I'll look up, I'll get some clarification on what our requirements are for AGM. So let's make a note here.
The only reason it came to mind was the fact that we had draft 2020 budget on the original agenda, which surprised me because I didn't think it was a draft format anymore. I thought we approved it. We just don't have a record of it.
Okay.
Tina may have taken minutes.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah. So on a is there an expectation from the account that you would submit a revised budget, or are we just going to, have the variance report of all variance reports at the end of the year because of COVID based on the original budget?
Probably.
Okay. And I prefer that to be the route, because what are we going to estimate, really? I guess we know our hard costs.
Yeah, like in terms of our costs, we don't know. I mean, luckily we haven't entered into any major, contracts or, work being done. Like, we had talked about some stuff we wanted to do, and that was in the budget to do things, but everything's on, like, we haven't purchased a new fridge, and we haven't, that was one of the things we haven't investigated. We were going to get some door work done. We haven't done any of that. I mean, we still could. Sorry, Karen?
I was saying we talked about an exterior outlet, power source outside. Okay, well, if there's no expectation of a revised budget and we're just going sort of month to month, I could ask Emmy for more regular statements for us to have at the meeting, just so there's a greater awareness of how far off of the original budget we are. I can do that.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good. when do we think our next meeting should be? We've got one scheduled for a month from now, end of June, Thursday, June 25th. Do we need to meet in, should we meet in end of July? Like, do we wait months? I can't imagine things are gonna just ramp up like crazy to a point where we're needing to approve all kinds of things.
July is good. Yeah, I think July would be good.
Okay. John, is there an expectation from the township that, like, is that okay, or are they wanting us to be more regular?
No, because all the small halls, they're just starting their first meeting since the shutdown. So once a month or once every other month until we open things up, there's not much sense unless anything comes up in a hurry. And then we can always email everybody and set up a date. If we
And you know, and we're a small enough group too that it's possible that if we wait 2 months, maybe we can actually have an in-person meeting with, 10 of us or whatever.
Yeah, like outside. Yeah, there we go. Hey, I have to wear one at work.
There you go. Well, that's good to hear that you're still your job's gone through. You're still going there, Melanie.
Oh no, I work for the Ontario government now in the ODSP office in Barrie.
Yeah, you had just started that.
Yeah, just as this started.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so then in that case, we'll say maybe, do you want to say July 23rd? Just look at my calendar.
Sounds good.
Most people's calendars are pretty open at this point, I think.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
no big trips to Florida this summer, probably.
No, nothing.
All righty. Okay, folks. So then we'll go with Thursday, July 23rd. Oh, Ed just sent a note, said Tina will check to see if she has notes from the AGM. So, motion to adjourn. Be it resolved, the AGM committee adjourn this meeting.
All right. I
No one is
do.
moving. Oh, Claire's raising her glass, seconding. Perfect.
Goodbye.
Thanks, everybody.
All right.